Hello, welcome to Meltcast 2.0, live!
Welcome to the new year, it's 2013.
Welcome to 2013. We're here to talk to you about comic books, nerd culture, fun, just crazy, silly things.
All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
Hey,
all the
new
Spider-Mans.
year, new things.
All the Spider-Mans.
We got all the Spider-Mans
all the
tonight.
Incredible Hulkers.
All the Credible Hulkers. Wingface Man.
Wingface Man.
Wingface Man with the A. We got them all.
We have two really special guests tonight, but first we're going to get into some news and talk about comic books that are coming out tomorrow. So let's go ahead and just get right into it because we're a maniac. The first book is Superior Spider-Man #1. Got it right here. I read it. Did you read it?
I read it.
How'd you think? See, here's the thing. If you listen to the podcast, you know I absolutely hated Spider-Man 700.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand it.
Wasn't a big fan either.
Wasn't a fan of it at all. I literally finished reading it and went, "Wah!" And then
You did it while I was driving my car, which made me swerve on Laurel Canyon for Spider-Mans.
It was, I was very disappointed in the Spider-Mans, but this actually really surprised me.
You liked it?
I liked it. There's
like out of 5 stars.
I'll give it a 3.
Okay, that's how I kind of felt too.
Yeah,
okay.
Like I liked it more than I thought I would like it. There it is, right there in the corner. You know what? It started off weak. Here's the thing, because I thought it was just going to be, spoiler alert, if you haven't read Spider-Man 700 by now,
like the entire world has, but then it sold out nationwide.
It's sold out nationwide.
Yeah, so if you haven't read it,
so sorry, nerds.
You're one of the million people that didn't get one.
But it started off weak. Otto Octavius is now in Peter Parker's body.
Yep.
And I didn't know what to think. Like I was like, what is this going to happen? What is this going to do?
Yeah.
It just kind of didn't click with me really. So,
well, with death in any of the comic book universe, it feels so temporary.
Yeah.
That when you find out Dr. Ock is now Spider-Man forever and Peter Parker's dead, Peter Parker's just not going to stay dead.
Yeah.
He's just not. I mean, with a new movie coming out and franchises and all that, he'll be back.
He'll definitely be back.
So the impact is just waned right there.
Yeah. Super. Yeah. Just not that impactful because it's obviously. And you know what? I don't want to spoil it, but you're going to get to the end of it and go, oh, that took no time at all for that to happen.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to say what it is, but you probably already know what it is, considering that it's Spider-Man and it's comic books.
But
what have you?
I will say that it's kind of interesting to see this story arc unfold. Yeah. The whole how Doc Ock is he's kind of a lout around Mary Jane and stuff.
Yeah, he's completely.
We're not spoiling anything by saying this, but he's kind of a jerk.
He's a complete jerk. But I don't know. You know what? I love Spider-Man. I've always loved Spider-Man, and I'll continue reading it regardless of how it pans out. But
honestly, I think my favorite thing about the issue is the new Spider-Man costume. I actually really like it.
The new costume's really good.
The goggles look great.
The claws and the goggles
look good.
Yeah.
Just the darker blue, whatever. If maybe it's just straight up black now. I love that. I think that's a great look. So
yeah, I agree. Pick it up. Comes out tomorrow. It's really good. You know what? You can pick it up right here at Meltdown Comics.
Meltdown Comics,
which is where we record this show. If you're in LA, come pick it up. 7522
West Sunset Boulevard.
I don't want to do the whole.
I got it. No, I finally figured it out.
But yeah, so that's that. Superior Spider-Mans.
Yep.
Spider-Mans. The next book.
You picked out this book. I actually probably wasn't going to read it unless you told me about it.
Yeah, I am a huge Star Wars fan. When I found out about this, I screamed like a little girl.
Yes.
For maybe a solid 2 minutes.
Okay.
Because it's Brian Wood. Mm-hmm. And if you guys aren't familiar with Brian Wood, he wrote Northlanders. He's writing Thor right now. He's written so much good, just fun sci-fi, just campy, just whatever. And the fact that they put him on Star Wars just blows my freaking brain.
Yeah.
I just got so excited, and it got the.
But you would think with all that Thor background and Viking stuff, maybe he wouldn't be the best fit for.
I don't know. It's basically space Vikings, man.
Okay,
it's
say so.
Space Viking knight situation.
It is like heroics. I'll give you that.
And he can write heroics.
Yeah.
So I read it. I absolutely adored it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a fan of the extended universe stuff. I don't really.
I'm not either.
Who cares what's happening with Han Solo as a kids? Who gives a shit?
Boba Fett's still alive?
Yeah. All I really care about is the stuff during the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And this takes place immediately after the first movie, after A New Hope. So it's really
it's almost like the next day after A New Hope.
Yeah, it's like a couple days afterwards. So it really excites me, and I'm really art is kind of weird.
You know what? I think the art was my favorite part about it.
Yeah.
Because not only can this guy draw like tech, you know, like spaceships and guns, which a lot of artists, I feel like they can either do the tech or they can do people.
Yeah.
You know, they're one or the other. Carlos de Ana can actually really do both.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the only thing that bugged me, though. It looks a little too anime for me to be into it.
Okay, I can see that. You know, I still feel like even though this came right after A New Hope, it still felt really bogged down in like planet names and designations and
well, see, I'm into that
outside universe.
That's
kind
what
of stuff.
That's what I do. I'm into that stuff.
Yeah,
so that's
where it lost me. I will definitely keep reading it because
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of getting the original 3 protagonists of Star Wars together to do something,
Yeah.
especially in that original trilogy. But I don't know.
And we'll see how it pans out.
I wasn't blown away.
We'll see how it pans out after, Disney buying Dark Horse or buying...
That's the other interesting thing. Is, with Disney buying Star Wars, it's still on Dark Horse.
Yeah, for the time being. We'll see what happens. I want to talk about this briefly before we move into our next segment.
Okay.
Oh, God! Oh, Jesus. This giant beast of a book. I love these artist editions. IDW...
They're beautiful.
...has been killing it with these books. It's basically what they do is they take the original art from like the comic,
like
run.
the actual pages.
Yeah, the actual pages, not the like reprints or scans of the colored stuff. This is like you open it up, it's like the original like artwork, like poster mat artwork stuff that they used to do. And this is Gil Kane's run on the Amazing Spider-Man, and it's gorgeous. I love it. I have the David Mazzucchelli one from Frank Miller's run on Daredevil, and I really want this one. So maybe I don't know. If I can figure out where I can get $100 from but $100 is not bad for this giant, crazy, insane
I think if
book.
you're a fan of Spider-Man, especially the older Gil Kane era stuff, you're going to totally love this. And not only that, there's a lot of like really famous issues that Gil Kane worked on. Like just thumbing through it, I'm like, I forgot he did that one. I forgot he was part of this one. Like this is like Spider-Man history. This isn't just Gil Kane history.
Yeah, it's like legit like good Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of Norman Osborn stuff in there and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So
a lot of that Green Goblin stuff.
it's a good thing to pick up if you're a fan. All right,
So absolutely a must buy.
let's get that news video going. 'Cause what's up next? Comic book news! Hey, we're back. So we got some things to talk about real quick.
Comic book news.
Comic book news. Let's get into the downer
The first one is the new book that's been announced by Marvel.
by our friend Brian Wood. I'm actually really excited about it.
Yeah?
I don't know what it is.
Well, it's got the double X's.
Yeah, you can see the little image right there in the bottom of the screen. Double X's with a helix in the background. That could be anything.
You know what? I'm excited more about Oliver Coipel.
Yeah.
I love the stuff he did when he was on AVX. So I want to see him like redraw those characters again and actually get into it. And I think what's interesting is everyone's speculating online that because it's 2 X's, that's like the genetic symbol for women, but it's an all-women X-Men book.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good...
But I don't know. That seems like a really weird sell, right?
a little bit.
Especially since all the other women are tied up in other books.
Yeah.
Like Rogue's somewhere else. Psylocke's got her own book. Like who's left? Storm is in another book.
Jubilee and Dazzler.
It's a Jubilee and Dazzler book. It's all dancing all the time. I think it's going to be the Xavier book.
The Xavier
I'm
book.
already saying Xavier's back and he'll be in that book.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I kind of want to go with the all-woman book.
Yeah.
Because one of my things I've always wanted was an all-women's Avenger team.
Yeah, you've talked about that.
Like
before.
I think I've talked about it before. I think it'd be cool to have an all-women Avenger team. And I think it'd be great to have an all-women's X-Men team as well.
Yeah.
X-Women's.
all X-Women's team.
All X-Women's. So I think it'd work really well. But who knows? We'll see what's up with that.
Yeah.
If you guys have what's going on, Dancing Panda Bears moment. I don't know.
I want to know what you people online are saying. What do you think the new X-Men book's about?
Yeah. What is that?
I know you can hear me.
I know you can hear us. What do you guys think? I don't know. I think maybe, you know what? Maybe it's that band, the XX, finally are breaking out into the comic book world.
They're too cool for that. Are you kidding? It would just be pages of black.
Yeah, it would just be black, and then they just say Finn at the end.
Yeah.
No, the end is Finn. Okay, so now let's move into a little bit of the bummer story.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, it's a pretty big bummer. Why don't you intro it?
Peter David, longtime writer of X Factor, actually suffered a stroke a few days after Christmas. Apparently, like one side of his body was damaged in the stroke. He is okay. He's doing better. He's in physical therapy. But if you do want to help the longtime writer of X Factor, his wife got on his blog and said, the best thing you can do right now is buy his print books. You can get them from Crazy 8 Press, and they are Pulling Up the Stakes, number 1 and 2, and the Camelot Papers. Camelot Papers. So if you really want to support Peter David, I know we're all huge fans of X Factor. Right behind us is the original X Factor 71, I believe. Came out in 94?
I don't know, about the X-Mans.
Yeah. That's where he started, and he's been on the book almost, I think, ever since. He's got like one of the longest runs on an X-Man book. So thank you, Peter David, for X Factor.
Yeah.
And get better soon from Meltcast.
Yeah, Meltcast, we definitely extend our condolences to his family and everything like that. He's doing better, like you said, so hopefully he can get back up and, move on and do his things.
Apparently he's still editing the book and writing on X Factor, so...
Wow, really?
Yeah.
And I had no idea.
Yeah, so he's dedicated, he really wants to work on it.
Yeah, so get better, Peter, and, let's keep that trainer rolling.
Yeah.
All right, so we're moving pretty quick here.
We are moving pretty quick.
What do you want to do now?
What do you want to do now? I think we should introduce our first guest.
You want to introduce our first guest?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
He's waiting in the wings over here. Everyone, please welcome our first guest tonight, Mr. Dick Grayson, also known as Nightwing.
Okay. So, thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's great to have you on the show, Nightwing.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like things are really going well for you with the New 52 and the reboot and all that. What are your feelings? How are you doing in it?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. We all grew up with you as the Boy Wonder, and I gotta ask what it was like growing up in Wayne Manor all those years.
It's all right. Bruce is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Bruce is a cool guy.
Oh, okay. You've had a lot of different looks in the past. What are you planning on in the future? Anything changing?
This.
You're gonna fight crime in that?
Yeah, I think I'm doing ditch the whole spandex thing. I'm gonna keep the black. I want to go for a more high fashion, street level sort of look.
In Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's big here.
All right.
Let's just move on then.
Yeah.
Well, it's no secret you're a bit of a ladies' man. He's currently seeing anybody? Anything you can let us know?
No. I'm just gonna try to keep it open. I don't want to, get tied down.
Okay, that's good. That's a good way to go, I guess.
Hey, remember when I fucked Starfire? Yeah.
Okay. Starfire.
So, what's it like? You're owning Haley Circus now. How's that?
It's good.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, you used to be an acrobat at Haley Circus, right? That's where you got your start.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's totally. It was Haley Circus, and that's where you met Bruce Wayne. It was that night when your parents fell. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to bring it up.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Okay. Well, let's just wrap this thing up. It says here you're a talented acrobat. How about a demonstration? Could you give us a demonstration?
Yeah.
All right, great. Hey, Nightwing's gonna do some acrobat stuff for us. So watch him get ready. You okay? Hey, I didn't mean to. Dude, I'm sorry. Hey, can we get him? Yeah, let's get rid of him. Okay. You'll be okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Nightwing. The Boy Wonder.
So that was
uncomfortable.
Thank you, Nightwing. Thank you, Dick Grayson.
But moving on. We do have other guests.
We got other guests.
Maybe they won't break down in tears.
I hope they won't. Hopefully this next one won't. By the way, guys, before we move into this next segment, I'd like to thank PV Hollywood
Absolutely.
for giving us all of our recording equipment for our podcast. I'm still a little shaken up from the whole Nightwing thing a little bit.
Yeah?
I need a moment.
You know, it's a really terrible way to start off the new year.
It is.
Our first guest of the new year, and we reduce him to tears.
Yeah.
They were on the cards. They just said...
Who
ask
wrote
him-
those?
I don't know who wrote them.
Yeah.
I was given cards.
You're the worst.
Aristotle!
I got you. You're next, Aristotle. You're fired.
Reducing you to tears.
Reducing you to tears.
Make us tears.
Ah! Okay, so anyway, thank you, PV Hollywood, for giving us all our recording equipment for our podcast. Also, thank you, Fork and Spoon Records. I'm not going to drink that because it has Nightwing's gum in it. But thank you, Fork and Spoon Records, for giving us our theme song by No Way Jose. More
Kittles than bitches.
More bitches than a kittle. You can buy that record on forkandspoonrecords.net. It's a really great record.
Yep.
It has art done by my friend Sam Spina.
Cool.
It comes
Always great.
It comes with a coloring book. It's a beautiful vinyl. Support those guys. Buy their record. So let's move on.
All right.
Our
Time to
next-
introduce our second guest?
Yeah, let's introduce our next guest.
Go for it. It's all you.
Who is it? It's not Nightwing, is it?
We got more sidekicks.
More sidekicks.
It just says here, all sidekicks.
Jason Todd, everyone. But next up is a good friend of the store. And, he's an all-around generally fun guy. He's a regular customer here. He's also a lawyer. He owns a company called Wednesday's Finest.
Yep.
Which is a really great company. And they have a lot of cool things coming up. I'm going to go ahead and bring this guy up while I'm talking about it. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's gorgeous. The Shaolin Cowboy figure by Jeff Darrow and Wednesday's Finest. Mr. Adam Silverstein.
Hello, fellas.
Absolutely.
Hello, Adam.
Hey,
Thank you for
thank
coming.
you very much.
So, first off,
Starfire side of the story. That's what we need to hear. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder how she liked that.
maybe another time.
Oh man.
So let's get off right into the toy. What made you want to do, you guys, the Wednesday's Finest? Why did you guys want to do that? Why did you want to do Darrow's
Shaolin Cowboy.
Shaolin Cowboy?
Well, I mean, it's the Shaolin Cowboy. It really kind of started as you mentioned, I'm a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I've been doing since basically '98. And I've always kind of wanted to get out of that and go into more of the comic book realm, because that's what I love. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm here every Wednesday.
That's true.
Buying comics. I rarely miss a week, and never let my pull list get full. I always get it. It's
You are here every week.
I'm here
And
every
you have good selection too.
Thank you.
It's hard not to judge people when you hand them their stack.
Oh,
Yeah.
You always fan it out and you're like, okay, he's reading good stuff.
thank you. I didn't know. I've always wondered. If,
No, absolutely.
maybe I'm a schmuck, but I apparently meet the criteria. So one of the things I've always loved is kung fu, samurai type style comic books. And so obviously when Jeff Darrow came out with Shaolin Cowboy, I was just drawn to it. I loved it. I loved the art. I just loved the gore. I loved the swords. I loved it all. And so my friendship with Gaston, who is the executive producer of the show, is that?
Yes.
He's always the executive producer of everything.
There you go. So he and I have been talking a little bit about getting together and starting a company.
Uh-huh.
And so we kind of started with a few projects. Two of them are kind of in limbo right now. We're hoping that they'll get off of that. We'll get them back on the track. But when he approached me with the fact that Jeff Darrow wanted to do the Shaolin Cowboy, it was pretty much over.
Done and done, right?
Yeah.
It was done.
Yeah.
So it was a matter of after that, how do we do that? What's the next steps? Well, I mean, Jeff provided the artwork. These are the drawings that he provided us. So
That's cool.
we worked with him. This is nothing that I came up with independently. He did that. So he basically
Designed it, yeah.
He designed it. So he said, that's what I want. So we got Monster 5, who is, an amazing toy sculptor.
Very well known in the whole toy community. Monster 5.
Yeah,
Giving a shout out to him.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he did he sculpted the figure for us, and then this is the prototype figure. So we're working on it. It's being produced right now. We're finalizing a few last minute things, adding some articulation to it.
Okay, cool.
Not much, it's, but there'll be some articulation, and it comes out probably late February, early March. So
Okay.
That's actually pretty soon for a toy.
it is
Yeah.
pretty soon. Well, it's been a long process.
I guess that's true.
It's been a long process.
I've been hearing about it for a long time now.
Yeah, and it takes some time. I mean, obviously you got to get, the money together. I mean, that's a big thing.
Well, yeah, like, so how do you start? Like, you said you wanted to start a toy company, right?
Well, what I wanted to really do is I wanted to start a company that helped bring creators' vision to in consumer products. So what kind of projects are creators looking to do?
Okay.
That are, respectful of what their vision is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. To me, if the artist is behind it or the creator is behind it, then that's what the fans will want. That's what I want. This
Yeah.
is what I would want. If I know that Jeff Darrow, this is his thing, then I want to get it. And so that's what made me want to make it. So there's a few other things out there that, I know that creators want to do, because there's other loopholes and big business that they have to deal with in
Yeah.
order to get these products out there. Well, I'm trying to cut through that. Let's work together. Let's do it. Let's make it easy, and let's get these things out. And so this is the first figure that we've produced.
Cool.
And I'm hoping that, after this, people see that, look, this is legit stuff.
Yeah.
The creator's behind it. So let's do some more stuff.
That's pretty cool.
There, I really like the pictures from. We don't have them, unfortunately. They didn't work on the green screen.
Okay.
But from NYCC this past year of Darrow just like sitting and admiring the statue in the glass case. I love those
Yeah.
pictures.
If you
Amazing.
go to Wednesday's Finest
Yeah.
on Facebook,
Wednesday's Finest, and
Like
also
that.
Go to the website too. It's Wednesday'sFinest.com.
right? And then
Yeah.
there's at Twitter, I think it's When's Finest. So, yeah, I've got some pictures. Basically, what happened is he was hoping it would be ready San Diego. It
Yeah.
wasn't ready for San Diego. We just didn't have it by then, and there was some things that transpired. But ultimately, it was done for New York. So I got there on Thursday. He had set up his booth. He's very minimalist. I mean, which is crazy because his
Yeah,
art is
his
so
art-
hyper detailed.
So
Yeah.
detailed.
But his
yeah.
booth was just like Jeff Darrow and two of his prints taped on, and then like on the back of his thing, he taped on like just a picture of the Adventure magazine, the thing he just did, the Dark Horse. That was it. It was this big, and I'm like, "What are you doing? This is crazy." But he was cool with everything, and he
Yeah.
saw that figure, and then it was like, yeah, he was admiring it. It was
Yeah.
it was great to see that. He was so appreciative of what went into it, and for him to see what he had told us. He said, "This is what I want," and that's what he got. And
that's
cool,
amazing.
and especially that he's happy with the product.
oh,
Because you always hear all these horror stories about people like putting the character on something and then the creator behind it being like really upset and bent out of shape about it.
Right.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the last thing I want to do. I mean, I don't think it has to be that complicated.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think that if you can cut right through all the nonsense, just basically have one-on-one discussions,
Yeah.
find out what the creator wants to do, you can get it done. And
Cool.
that's what the goal of what I'm trying to do, and Wednesday's Finest is trying to do.
Obviously the name Wednesday's Finest is pretty out there. I mean, not out there, but it's like pretty much what it means. What gave you the idea for that name?
A discussion with my wife, actually.
Yeah.
I had thought about something creative, like adding creative behind it. But, we were just talking about what it means what is special about comic books and what do you love about comic books? And really what came to my mind was, I love Wednesdays.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Wednesdays. I really look forward to coming to the comic book store. It's
especially when you grow up like every Wednesday, new comics. It's like weekly. It's
Oh, yeah.
It's a staple.
Yeah.
It's like something you can rely on.
All right, and I mean, I frequently have to tell people when they ask me about the name, they don't know. I say, well, do you know about records? They come out on Tuesdays.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Well, guess what? Comics come out on Wednesdays. And then they've had that documentary about the Countdown to Wednesday, I think.
Yep.
Is that
I
right?
haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's good.
It's how they
Really?
make the comics.
Oh, cool.
And so she was like, Wednesday, Wednesday creative, Wednesday. And just, I don't know what came, but I was like, Wednesday's Finest, the best. Yeah, and it kind of takes a little, obviously, from World's Finest.
Yeah.
You know, the two great superheroes, Batman, Superman, even though I'm a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
You know, it just rings. It has a nice ring.
does
to
sound good.
Wednesday's Finest. So, you know, when I think about any product that I would ever put my stamp on, it's the finest. You know, it's coming out on Wednesday, so it's going to be true to the comic book guy or girl, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be nice.
Cool.
That's awesome.
You mentioned you were a Marvel fan.
Yes.
Got any favorite like Marvel characters? Like,
Oh yeah, Daredevil.
you know what? With the lawyer thing, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, and I was obviously a fan before I became a lawyer.
Yeah.
But Daredevil in 5th grade, a guy named Derek Powell turned me on to, I think it was 192.
Yeah.
That was the issue, right after the Frank Miller run. So,
Okay.
you know, I missed it, but I went back and got all the back issues. But I don't know what it was. I just connected with it. I loved it. I loved the ninja stuff. And that's, you know, kind of leads into the whole Shaolin monk style. I mean, this is an independent comic that I really am into. Pang.
Yeah.
You know, and Lone Wolf and Cub. So
ninja
Daredevil.
stuff.
Daredevil's the man for me. Obviously, I love Wolverine. But I'm up pretty much on all the Marvel titles.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I would say like maybe in the past year I've gotten really into Daredevil.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. I've always loved Daredevil. Like Daredevil and Spider-Man have been my two favorite for as long as I can remember.
When
Like,
did you start liking Daredevil?
Ooh, I don't even remember. I think it was like I had some of my dad's old comics, and I think there was like an early '70s Daredevil issue. I don't even remember which one it was.
Yeah, right.
But I just remember reading it, and like that guy he's blind and he did that. Holy shit! And like I just got really excited
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
I just think it's just a cool character. I mean, just everything about it, the discipline that he has to, you know, employ on a daily basis just to control what's going on in his head and with all
Yeah.
the senses. I just like that, and I think that just lends to like the discipline of being a samurai, of being a Buddhist monk. You know, I like that idea about being enlightened.
Yeah.
So
Did you are you liking the Mark Waid run right now of Daredevil?
yeah, I love the Bendis run. I
Yeah.
really love that. I thought that was great. But I like anything with Daredevil. The thing with me with the comics, even the creators that maybe don't represent that well,
Yeah.
I still will follow it because
Same here.
I still follow the character.
Yep.
And I will accept, just like people have ups and downs, characters have ups and downs.
Exactly.
I will say though, the Daredevil with the armor, remember that
The black
armor?
the Jim Lee design,
That
right?
sucked. I hated that shit. Oh man, that was
Yeah.
terrible. I was not a big fan of that. But
I think that was a Jim Lee design, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think so.
I
yeah.
don't know about that. This was way back when, and Scott McDaniel, I think, was the artist, and I actually went back and read like the root of, I think it was, I don't remember what it was. Maybe I'll let you.
It's
borrow.
where he has like the black with like the metal armor and the metal chest.
Well, that was
piece.
Jim Lee.
I think that's a Jim Lee design.
We could be wrong though.
Can
Yeah.
someone tell us
Yeah,
online?
internet, tell us. People have been talking to us. Someone said, "Hope your finger feels better."
Oh
earlier.
my gosh. This is crazy. I was opening up a dog bone, you know, that's got the big bone. I got a Bernese Mountain Dog, big dog, so I got a big bone, and you know, they got the bone marrow in there.
Yeah, yeah.
They like plastic wrap it real tight, so I
know exactly what
was
you're
trying
talking
to pop it.
Okay.
So I could pull it,
Yeah.
and I went straight down into the hole, and I got a bone chip.
Ah! What?
Yeah, a cow bone chip into my finger last night, and it was like, oh, it was terrible. So I had to actually go get minor surgery today to remove it. So thank you for caring.
There's like only cowboys that are like, I totally get that, man. That happened to me.
Every other day.
Well, I actually went to my other job today, and the security guard in the building, he says, "It's a splinter, man up." I was like, oh, come on, you don't even know what I'm going through here. What was that one where it was like when, I think it was the one where they made fun of Rambo 3, where he's like pulling out that splinter and he's like screaming. Do you remember this one?
Yeah,
Vaguely.
Does
yeah.
anyone
It's
off-
been
what was
been
that
forever
one?
since
Yeah,
I've seen
okay,
Rambo.
sorry.
Oh, Nightwing's back. He looks better.
Yeah.
The guy pulls it together quick.
I guess
So-
you have to when you're living with Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Um,
So Marvel, other than that, all new X-Men. I like that right now.
I'm loving that. That's like
I know
my
that's-
favorite
yeah,
Marvel
is it?
title. I'm loving
Isn't
it
it
so
great?
much. It is because you know what it is? It's like I love the original 5 X-Men.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites. And I can get behind some of the newer iterations.
Mm-hmm.
But when you combine that sort of like teen angsty thing with like the school element, like that's like perfect X-Men for me.
Yeah,
and Bendis, who's pretty much made his stamp over the entire Marvel universe, hasn't done X-Men yet.
No, you're right.
So I feel like I'm just now buckling in for like this long-term X-Men run.
He does stay on the title pretty long.
Yeah.
I
So
love
I'm super
I love
excited
his
about it.
writing. So I
And
just
Cyclops is like one of my favorite Marvel characters. So I'm getting 2 Cyclops in one book. I can't.
There you
I
go.
can't beat that.
yeah, that's true. You get double the bang.
I'm getting double Cyclops.
Double Cyclops.
double.
So many Cyclopses.
Well, then he wouldn't be Cyclops, maybe. Well, no.
I'm getting Biclops weekly. Biclops bi-weekly.
There you go.
Bicops bi-weekly. I do have a question for you. If you can make, like, you got Shaolin Cowboy here. It's awesome. I love it. But down the road, what figure would you want to make, regardless if it's like Marvel tied up in Marvel or tied up in DC or whatever? What would you want to make?
Like ultimate character.
Ultimate character that you go, I can retire now that I made this guy and not have to worry about
And
this
now he's
ever
like the
again.
perfect version that I want.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'd like to do a line of a few figures. So I'd like to do Usagi Yojimbo.
Okay.
The line of them. They came out with these beautiful statues.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
those.
And those are gorgeous. But I'd like to do an expansive line for that figure with all the characters. You know, something
That would be cool.
But I also want to see that film get made. That animated Usagi Yojimbo, Stan Sakai, just totally endorsed film.
Yeah.
I would love that.
It would be amazing.
That was actually, I'm glad you brought that up because that was actually one of the first comic books I owned that I remember owning. My dad worked, he was in the Air Force and he would go to the commissary or whatever and like grab whatever looked like was appropriate for a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Right, you got that.
And he would always bring out Usagi Yojimbo. I think it was like issue 22 or something like that. Yeah.
I've got that since Critters, since before he was had his own series.
Yeah.
I've been I love that. It's just so great, so great.
It really is. It's like it's always resonated with me, even
Yeah.
when it's like takes a year and a half for a single issue to come out. I
Yeah.
always still just wait with bated breath for
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I'd also like to see some. I know they are making these, and they're very nice figures. And I can't remember the company that's doing it right now, but some Lone Wolf and Cub figures.
Yeah.
I just think those would be amazing
Those would be pretty cool.
because they're not available. I mean, I've got the one that's in the box from Japan that you can't open, and you know.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. 'cause
Nice statue
is
would
it
be
like
good for that.
Yeah.
is like Lone Wolf and the baby,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
it's-
With
yeah.
the cart and everything
yeah.
like that. I'd love to do that. I mean, I think with the Marvel, it's been done.
Yeah.
DC's pretty much been done. I'm more interested in what a new thing coming out. You and I have talked about one in particular that I'd like to do. I've got a figure that's actually been sculpted. We just don't have the rights yet to do it.
Okay.
And
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be amazing. If we're close, I got some hope for it. I got some New Year hope for it.
I really hope so because I want that one. I'd buy that one in a heartbeat.
Well, let
we
me
can't
ask
talk
you-
about it. Sorry,
Well,
guys.
I
Sorry,
wish I
internet.
will be able to hopefully soon. I'm just trying to get everything locked down, lawyer style,
Yeah.
and then once that, I can't wait to announce that because I think that thing will just blow up.
It'll be everywhere.
It'll be everywhere, and I think the image of this figure is just
It's
so
iconic.
iconic.
It's iconic, guys.
Yeah, that's a
Fucking
hint.
iconic. When you see it, you'll know what we're talking about. It's gonna be great. So you got to keep an eye out on Wednesday's Finest. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, so that's what. And then we had another one that just, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that one. But we've got some other things coming up, and I think that one of the great things about Meltdown is the access to the creators. I mean, you guys are amazing here, and the connections that I guess everyone here really has. That's what is so great about this store, is that you can come here and you can potentially meet someone that's been. I loved Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew.
Yeah.
And I actually want to see those toys get made.
That would actually be awesome.
All right, and to see Scott Shaw, right?
Yeah.
He comes here.
Yeah.
To see him and get to just it's just cool. I mean that's
Yeah.
that's kind of the connections you can make here. So it's just a wonderful place. So I love Meltdown. Thank you, Meltdown. And and you guys are great. So
thank you.
I get great insight from you. So hopefully at that point, we'll be able to figure out something new and blow some people's minds.
The internet just told us that the Daredevil was designed by Scott McDaniel.
See, I was right.
Yeah, so
called it.
Boo on you. All right, before what?
Captain
Beard
Carrot.
5. What does that mean?
Good job, Jesse.
Good job, Jesse.
What, this is all beards. Everyone has beards? Is
Beard
that-
party.
Yeah.
Everyone has beards nowadays. Can we make a beard figure? Let's do
Yes.
that.
Just a beard?
Just a beard. Just a solid beard.
Well, actually, one of the accessories for Shaolin Cowboy is a beard.
Actually, I wanted to note that we don't have it right now because it's off being fixed, but it comes with the cane sword.
It does. It does. That was we were gonna do it because we're gonna do it, and it still may be considered a letter opener.
Yeah.
If you do buy the figure, which it's available for pre-order, don't stab anyone in the eye. I cannot afford a lawsuit on that one. So, but we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. It should be coming out. Obviously, the gun was very important with Jeff. I mean, he went back on this. He wanted this perfect.
Yeah.
So, we made it. We did it exactly the way he wanted. So I'm just thrilled with it. I'm thrilled with this figure. I mean, it's something that I'm proud of. To say, if there's a company that you're going to start, toy company for comic book loving people,
Yeah.
and you can do this as your first figure,
I mean,
instant credibility.
when Gaston told me that this was happening, I lost it. I was like, that's amazing. Like, I've been wanting to see, honestly wanted to be seeing a Shaolin Cowboy figure for years.
Yeah.
So what did you like about Shaolin Cowboy?
Honestly, the art was what drew me to it immediately. And then just like, once I got into it, it was the story and just like how it's just insane and it's like all over the place it is.
Right.
Yeah, just like the whole like world that Dario created for that guy just completely blows my mind.
It was funny because we actually found some of the back issues, I think the original printings, right?
Yeah, the original
of
Burlingame.
yeah, and like just the first day they were gone.
Really?
Like somebody came and just scooped them.
No,
up.
they weren't gone. I found them, put them to the side, and Gaston saw them and took them.
That's basically what happened. I was like, hey, look what I found in the box. And then Gaston was like, I'm taking these, and just left.
Are they sold?
They're probably in his office somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great character. There's a movie that's half done.
Oh yeah,
Really?
An animated movie.
Did not know about that.
And one of the things that we're hoping is that we can help him, finalize
Yeah.
that. I know, I guess with the Wachowski siblings, something happened where they started the production of it, so half of the movie is done. But I guess with Burly Man going away, and I don't know what happened with the rights and the this and that, so there's a movie that's halfway complete. So
I want to see that.
Yeah, for real.
I saw the stills and I saw a rough cut of it. So you'd see like actual animation, and then you'd see some pencil sketches just to fill it. It's ridiculous. It is unbelievable. I mean, I want that to come out now because that's kind of what you need. You need the companion piece.
It's a companion piece to go with the.
And then also, I don't know if you know, Jeff has got the comic book is actually coming out. I guess he penciled the 112th page recently, so that's going to be coming
of
out.
of the original series.
No, he's doing a new story.
Yeah, he's doing like the what is it, what is it called? I don't even remember. The adventure magazine that he.
Well,
just
that was the pulp thing. That was actually like words, chapters, and stuff.
Which I thought was great.
It was great, and it had great, illustrations, obviously. But I think, listen, I think the character, people just want more of it.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say, I don't want to read about this.
Yeah. We always get people coming in like at least once or twice a month asking for the last issue of the last series, which never came out. And I'm just like, sorry, man. Like, good luck finding the original issues. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. The one thing I like that Dario did besides Shaolin Cowboy and Hard Boiled and all that stuff is a couple years ago he did Magic the Gathering cards. Have you ever seen these?
No, I've never even seen them.
Next time you see him, you should probably ask to see him because they're ridiculous. They're all goblins and like it's like his like drippy like weird weird, awesome style.
That's
so cool.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
So are they actual playable cards, or are they just cards he made?
They're playable cards.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah. Magic the Gathering,
I did
Wizards of
not
the
know.
Coast hired him to do it.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, his Deadpool covers right now.
Oh wow.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
they're so great.
They're ridiculous.
They're like my favorite part of that.
The
whole
one that was
story.
just-
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
love
I-
those covers.
I actually bought a few of those issues just for the covers. I mean, I love Marvel and I love most of what they do. I'm pretty much over Deadpool and the amount. He's great in doses.
We talk about this like at length,
Yeah.
constantly on the
We
podcast.
so we have a joke where it's like we just talk about the most badass characters,
Right.
Or like Rorschach, Deadpool, Punisher,
Fett.
Boba Fett, like all the people that like wear black trench coats that are really into it.
like
Right.
super badass character. Like
Yeah.
Deadpool's their king.
Deadpool's
Right.
the king, but right now I feel like he's coming back to like the normal level of Posehn writing. and
Yeah,
stuff
with
like that.
Posehn and Jerry-
Dugan and
yeah,
the
Jerry
covers.
Dugan.
It's like amazing.
Yeah. Well, listen. I
It's a
mean,
quality book.
yeah, and I guess there's a new one coming up where he's in space and he's got this.
Yeah,
tech.
I just saw it. It's like this
Yeah.
Was that in
huge-
previews or something?
Yeah, it was in previews.
Yeah.
He has like this huge, like ridiculous rocket backpack thing
Yeah.
on. It's so great.
I mean, that is like catered to Jeff Darrow's skill.
Style. Yeah.
The one I liked the most was the actually the first issue where he's shooting like this, literally just like shooting, and guns and bullets are just flying behind him.
That was
and,
so
and it's
cool.
like the giant lizard is shooting cats out of its mouth or something like
That's the best thing about his artwork is you can like look at it forever.
Yeah.
And just like all the time he takes like on each gun as it leaves like Deadpool. Like this whole like wave of just like little bullets and
Oh
stuff.
my god! And then
You
even
know?
when he's slicing someone in half, the blood splatter.
The
It-
sinew
Oh
and
my
the
God.
guts and the I
my,
know.
my first interaction with Darrow's artwork was Hard Boiled. Because I got it it's because it was a Frank Miller thing. But that scene where the cop is kicking the front of the car and it's like wrapping around him. I remember I don't know how old I was when I got it. I was just like, this is amazing, and
Yeah.
stared at it forever.
Oh, it blows your mind. Blows
But
your mind.
okay, so WednesdaysFinest.com.
Yep.
Go pre-order the Shaolin Cowboy statue.
Thank you.
It's great. It's fantastic. I wish you people could touch it and see it because it's amazing. Like
It's real.
He's real. He's there. I could touch him. I could feel him. He's a great mold. He's a great sculpt. He's
He's beautifully painted. That's something I
Yeah.
really wanted to say. The paint job is awesome looking. It's so bold and so well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just great.
Yeah. So WednesdaysFinest.com. Thank you, Adam, for being here.
Yeah,
Thank you. Hey
thanks for being
guys,
on the show.
really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah.
I hope you
And,
ask me back.
We here. We here at Meltcast really love stuff like this. If you want to send us pictures of stuff you guys made, like I like people modding figures and making their own thing.
Yeah, custom figures.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big thing with me too,
Yeah.
honestly.
So if you want to send us pictures, if you're watching this and you have a shelf of stuff that you made yourself, please
Yeah.
send it to us. We'd love to see it because it's like that's the first step to becoming something like this and making your own, owning your own toy company and making your own toys. But yeah, so even if you have questions or comments, or if you want to like send us a message and we can relay it to Adam and we can get
Yeah.
back to you with it, we'd love to do it.
Or you can just add them at
That's true.
WednesdaysFinest.com.
Just email him there.
I do have an email.
He has an email.
And so, of course, I'd answer any questions and take any suggestions or any
Yeah.
new look at new things.
Hey,
I mean, that's obviously.
Y'all got a figure y'all want to get made? Email this guy. Maybe you'll
Yes.
see what's up.
Thank you.
So, thanks again. We're Meltcast 2.0. Thank you, PV Hollywood, for giving us all our recording equipment. Thank you, Stickam. They for sending us their tech guys here to set up the green screen and the boom mic that you can't see, which I wish it was in the shot because that's always the fun.
Boom the shot.
Yeah, boom the shot. Again, thank you, Fork and Spoon Records, for giving us a theme song, which I love it more than anything. Like, I love that theme song.
I do too.
So, thank you guys for giving us that. Thank you, Nightwing.
Yeah, thank you, Dick Grayson, for
Thank you,
being
Dick
on the
Grayson.
show.
Nightwing.
Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's not crying
Completely
somewhere.
damaged.
Completely damaged forever. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks
We'll
for-
see you next Tuesday
See you
again.
next Tuesday. And oh, by the way, you can follow us on Twitter at Meltcast. Like us on Facebook. It's the same situation.
I'm a follower now.
Thank
I'm
you.
a follower.
You're a follower now. Go to meltcast.com and we get all our posts, all our podcasts, and also listen to the podcast, which you can find on iTunes. It's Meltcast 2.0. We do it every Friday. We spoil the hell out of your comic books, so be sure you read them before you listen to the show.
Do we spoil them or do we make them better?
We spoil them.
Okay.
We spoil them by making them better.
Absolutely.
So thanks for watching, guys.
Yep.
Gracias, Luis.
Gracias, Luis.